The FAMAS and AS-VAL are two very unique guns in BattleBit Remastered. They share many similarities, although they have their own distinct differences. In this video, I'll put both guns through 5 tests and give my opinions on them. First, the FAMAS. The FAMAS is an AR that has medium damage and high fire rate. It deals 24 base damage with a fire rate of 900 RPM or rounds per minute. It has better fire rate, velocity, and recoil compared to the AS-VAL. However, it deals 8 less damage per bullet. That's pretty substantial. The two guns share some more slight differences, and we'll talk about those shortly. Now, let's talk about the AS-VAL. The AS-VAL is one of the only 2 carbines in BattleBit Remastered, with the other being the Scorpion Evo. The AS-VAL does 32 base damage with a fire rate of 800 RPM. It is almost the exact same gun as the Honey Badger, which is pretty surprising. It deals much better damage than the FAMAS, although at the cost of worse recoil, slightly less fire rate, and pistol level velocity. Now let's talk about all the differences in the first test. For test number 1, we have the general statistics test. I'll go through the base stats of each gun and tell you which guns are better in specific areas. The FAMAS wins on vertical recoil, horizontal recoil, velocity, accuracy, fire rate, and control. The AS-VAL wins on damage, L-arm or light armor damage, muzzle flash, aim down time, running speed, and reload time. Although the results are very close, with the FAMAS winning 6 sections and the AS-VAL winning 7, and means that the VAL wins test number 1 in a score of 1-0. For test number 2, we have the ammo and reload test. The FAMAS comes with 25 rounds, which is 5 more than the AS-VAL's 20. Although the AS-VAL technically has a faster reload, the FAMAS easily makes up for this with its quick aim magazine. Unlike most quick aim magazines, the FAMAS does not have a negative effect while using it. This means that once you reach 130 kills in the FAMAS, you will unlock it and have a better reload than the VAL. Additionally, the extended aim magazine for both guns increases their ammo count by 10 per magazine, bringing the FAMAS up to 35 and the AS-VAL up to 30. With more rounds and what can easily be a better reload, the FAMAS wins this test and ties the score at 1-1. For test number 3, we have the TTK and DPS test. This test will measure how fast a gun can kill someone, assuming all body shots and no armor. The FAMAS does 24 damage per bullet and fires 900 RPM. This gives the FAMAS a DPS of 360, which is slightly higher than the M4A1. The AS-VAL does 32 damage per shot, paired with a fire rate of 800, and it gives the AS-VAL a DPS of 427, easily topping that of the FAMAS. Because the FAMAS doesn't quite deal 25 damage per shot, it means that it will have to land 5 bullets to kill someone compared to the 4 needed by the AS-VAL. This gives the FAMAS a TTK of 0.333 seconds, and the AS-VAL a TTK of 0.3 seconds. With the AS-VAL winning both DPS and TTK, it means it wins this test and wins at 2-1. For test number 4, we have the crowd control test. This test will measure how long a gun can hold off enemies and how well it will do against them. The FAMAS has 25 rounds, and paired with a fire rate of 900 RPM, it gives it a constant firing time of 1.66 seconds per magazine. The AS-VAL has 20 rounds, and with a fire rate of 800 RPM, it gives it a constant fire rate of 1.5 seconds. Even with extended magazines, it gives the FAMAS a firing time of 2.33 seconds, and the AS-VAL a firing time of 2.25 seconds, which is still less than the FAMAS. This means that the FAMAS can keep gunfire downrange longer than the AS-VAL, and paired with its better fire rate, it can put more gun range downrange. This means that the FAMAS wins the test, putting the score at 2-2. For test number 5, we have the user-friendliness test. This test will measure how easy a gun is to both use and unlock. The FAMAS is unlocked at rank 95 and has low recoil. The AS-VAL is unlocked at rank 105 and has high recoil. For these reasons, the FAMAS wins this test, putting the score at 3-2, and having the FAMAS win the whole comparison. Hopefully you enjoyed and learned something new. Please consider subscribing and liking, as it really does help me. If you have any suggestions or ideas, feel free to tell me. I'd like to expand the content and include more than just gun comparison videos, but it's up to you guys. You tell me what to do. See ya.